Yeah, maybe you just need to stop being a little bitch. You know, like training is hard. Training is supposed to be hard. All right. If you're wondering where I've been,
Ruthless. My style is a juvenile. Ran with a gang. Slanged in the meanwhile. Banking.
nah, I'm kidding. Those are all very old pictures. I haven't had a vacation in like 4 years. So hopefully that is changing here in the next year or so. But anyways, nothing has happened. I've just been training and working quite a bit. And wanted to make a video because I've sort of realized that the amount of sessions that I was getting in every week has sort of creeped up on me. My wife wants to run a triathlon next year, so we're gonna be training for that. And I have to figure out a way to add a running session and a swimming session, or probably a couple of each to the week. And I'm currently doing 9 sessions a week. The way my schedule is currently set up is 4 lifting sessions a week, 2 jiu-jitsu sessions a week, and then 3 riding, like biking sessions a week, for a total of like 9 sessions that I do every single week. And of course, no complaints here. I'm very blessed to have as much free time as I do. Yeah, and I've been enjoying it. I like training. I genuinely like it quite a bit, and it's been nice. Especially like Saturdays. Saturdays are like the biggest day of the week. I have 3 sessions, and it's nice. It's nice to not have to do anything else but train. Sort of reminds me what it was like to be in college and like trying to like make it playing rugby like a fucking idiot. And I don't really love this current split. It's another reason why I wanted to talk about it, because I don't think it allows for good, like higher intensity hard training as much as I maybe would like, because I kind of just get beat up throughout the week and I don't really have a good recovery schedule. So Mondays are a ride that I try to push, make it sort of like a threshold ride, trying to get my heart rate up. Tuesdays are jiu-jitsu, and as much as I try to not try hard during those classes, I do always end up like trying very hard against people, and my heart rate always spikes up, and they become more like threshold or high intensity sessions. And then that gets us into Wednesday, which is a lower body like lifting day, which tend to be pretty like globally fatiguing. And I've been doing deadlifts because I did hurt my knee about a month ago, so hopefully we get back to squatting next week. But yeah, and then Thursday is like the first day of the week that it's like somewhat easier, so it's an upper body day, and by the time I get to Thursday I'm usually like kind of beat up and it's not really a great training session. So Friday is another upper body day, so 2 days in a row in which I do get to recover a little bit, leading into Saturday, which is like the big day that I mentioned. Usually on Saturday I have 3 sessions. I actually went on a run this morning, just a little 1 mile run, because I haven't run in years and I have to be getting back into that, so that was fine. But the first big session is this jiu-jitsu again on Saturday at noon. Come back home, eat, and then I usually will decide whether I'm lifting. It's just arms and shoulders on Saturday, so it's not a big deal. I don't mind biking before I lift because like arms are not really that much of an issue. You can do them fatigued, you can do them like a little bit depleted. You can lift arms while somewhat depleted. Especially, I'm not a bodybuilder, so it's like I'm not trying to like maximize muscle growth or anything. So it's usually just a toss-up. I'll either lift and then go biking, or I bike and then I'll come home and lift. And Sundays have been like a long ride type of day. And yeah, that's a training week. So yeah, I'll have to start reading a bit more on triathlon training, see how people schedule things in that realm, in that discipline, because that's new to me. And yeah, maybe you just need to stop being a little bitch. You know, like training is hard. Training is supposed to be hard. And training hard several times during the week, of course it's gonna be fucking hard, especially when you're mixing domains. So good things that have come from this, definitely. It's the fact that I've had to start wearing a heart rate monitor again and start like being a little more nerdy on the data that it shows, to actually assess and control my performance, and more than anything my outputs, knowing that if I had a really hard training session, let's say on Tuesday with jiu-jitsu, just I don't know, a couple of the better guys showed up and I went really hard. I'm still a white belt, so I have to try really hard with everybody. And yeah, just had a really hard training session. I have to be willing to accept the fact that on Wednesday while I'm lifting, it's probably not gonna be the best of sessions. You know, and I'm probably gonna carry that fatigue into Wednesday, into Thursday. So food has been another huge component. I have gotten to eat a lot more, which is very nice, and my weight has not shifted. I like this stuff. Like, I don't want this video to come out as me complaining by any means, because I love this shit and I like doing this stuff. So it's been good. Like, life's been, it's been entertaining, and it's been fun to be trying to solve this puzzle and try to have like good training sessions every day. You know, I still have the luxury of getting to have good training sessions every day. I know that once you start training for a goal, and once I narrow down on a goal, that's probably not gonna be the case anymore. So yeah, training like this is fun. I still have to lift and bike today. It's currently like 4:30. I'm gonna go do some yard work, and then I'll probably lift and then go biking. All right. I think that's fine. I ended up biking first. I don't know. I finished all the yard work, and I just felt like coming here. So I had some clusters left. This is the other good thing about training a lot. Eating candy. But yeah, it was alright. I'm definitely tired from jiu-jitsu. So I did like 23 miles. There's a section of this trail that ends in like a lot of hills, and like the last few miles, it's not a loop, it's like in and out. So I did the last portion twice, and that was it. The Garmin read like average of 140 BPMs, which is like around my zone 2, maybe the higher end of the zone 2 for me right now. So yep, nothing crazy. Definitely did peaked over threshold a few times, but I mean, it's nothing bad. If you're going on a climb and your heart rate spikes up and you're trying to do like a zone 2 ride or a zone 2 run, it's not the end of the world. You know, just bring your heart rate down as you come over the peak and you'll be fine. I see a lot of people freaking out about zone 2 and how slow they have to move. There isn't a single heart rate device out there that's going to be perfect. Plus, unless you've actually tested your max heart rate, it's probably just going off of your age, which is not that accurate to begin with either. So, yep, you have some room to play around when it comes to zone 2 training. But yeah, gotta go home now and do some arms, and we'll be done for today. Alright, we're back in the garage. This is like a 20-minute workout. Yeah, about 20 minutes. Nothing crazy, it's just arms and shoulders. So, yeah, good day of training. Thanks for watching.
It is important to draw wisdom from many different places. If we take it from only one place, it becomes rigid and stale. Understanding others, the other elements, and the other nations will help you become whole.